It's wintertime in Kansas City, it's gap season, and I'm here to talk about why you're seeing those gaps and what we can do to prevent them. So why do we see gaps in hardwood floors? The simple answer is hardwood floors are hygroscopic, which means they take on moisture when the relative humidity levels are higher, and they lose moisture as the relative humidity levels are reduced. So it's wintertime, temperatures have dropped, and relative humidity levels have dropped as well. One of the most important things we give our clients as we wrap up jobs is this trusty little hygrometer. It's something that's, it's a magnet, you can put it on your fridge, and it's used to educate our clients, to let them know what is the humidity level in their home and help them understand maybe they can make some adjustments to raise that in the wintertime. So I'd like to explain to you what happens when humidity levels start to lower and we get down in the 20s in the wintertime. That means we're gonna see the moisture content of floors in Kansas City are usually around 5 to 6% in the wintertime. As the humidity levels climb in the spring and summer, we're gonna see those humidity levels raise up to about 50, 55%, and you're gonna see the moisture content of your floor go all the way up to 9 to 10%. That's quite a big swing. From the wintertime, we're looking in levels as low as 5, and in the summertime, it could be levels as high as 10. A 5% change in your floor is pretty dramatic. And what that essentially equates to is over a 10-foot span, your floor may shrink up to 2 inches in the wintertime and could then swell and expand back out those 2 inches in the summertime. That's quite a bit of movement. It's close to 3/8 of an inch between every single plank. The number one way we can reduce that movement is to keep the humidity levels consistent year round. And the best way you can keep the humidity levels consistent is to call your local HVAC contractor and have them come out and talk to you about some of the humidification systems that are available that they can put on your furnace. There's some really advanced humidifiers that produce steam, and you can pump steam into the air, and that will keep those levels from dropping down into the 20s in the wintertime, and maybe keep it in that 30, 35% range, and that'll really help the contraction that you're seeing in the wintertime. The second way we can improve, or if you have the opportunity to put a new floor in your house, or maybe you're building a new home and everybody wants a wide plank floor. But what they don't understand is that the wider the plank, the more it's going to expand and contract in your home. And the more important it is to keep those consistent humidity levels year round. A lot of times here at Kimminau Floors, we like to make or spec out or make a recommendation of going with an engineered plank. So the engineered planks are more dimensionally stable. So as we start to get into those wider species, maybe even a hickory that's more unstable than other species, we definitely want to talk about doing an engineered pour here. These are often made up of 7 to 9 plies. They run in different directions and they're very stable. The unfinished products that we offer can also be sanded and finished on site. So you will never see the difference between an engineered plank or a solid plank because they're all sanded on site. You get to pick your custom color. Everything else is the same. It's just the bottom makeup and the core of this product allows it to be much more stable. The last thing I'd like to show is maybe the cut of the wood. So here I'm holding a plain sawn board that is more of your standard cut. And then I also have a rift and quarter sawn board here. They're both white oak, but you can see the difference in the grain and how tight and vertical the grain is. The cut of that plank, the rift and quarter sawn board, is going to be much more stable in the winter and is not as likely to shrink as the humidity levels drop. So hopefully that helps you understand why you're seeing that movement from the wintertime to the summertime and gives you some ideas of what you can do to help combat that. Obviously, I'm not suggesting just tear out your floor and replace it with an engineered product or rift and quarter sawn. If you are building a new home or doing a renovation, I would strongly suggest looking into those products. But if you have an existing floor, reach out to that HVAC contractor, talk to them about those steam units, and I think you're going to see a dramatic difference in the reduction of that expansion and contraction from the summertime to the wintertime.